WDTV 5 News CBS Clarksburg. Your live local news starts now.
Well, some folks outraged over this. A political debate leads to fists flying, and it's all caught on camera. Just wait until you hear why it all went down.
Second, Arnold Hall shutting its doors for good, according to WVU's Board of Governors. Yes, but what's the next step, and what will happen to the students living there now?
Then this tree, just the latest thing that has shut down part of Route 250. Now see when officials think that it's going to be open again.
You've heard of outgrowing an old shirt, but how about outgrowing a building? Find out why folks in Bridgeport say their library needs a lot more space.
And finally, chances are you've been in their shoes before. These folks are late to work. But what are the best excuses they've been using to get out of trouble? You'll find out tonight on First at 5.
Are you filming? You're attacking me right now.
Dude, you need to step back. Like, dude, we didn't do anything to you. You asked us to leave. We left.
Why the are you guys filming me? Because you're attacking me.
Welcome to First at 5, everyone. That clip, part of a video that has spread across the internet like wildfire.
It shows WVU students in a scuffle because of their different political views.
Renata DiGregorio talked to the woman behind the camera and the man on it. So Renata, first off, how are the students feeling about this now that it's been picked up by Fox News and gone viral?
Well, the student who took the video doesn't want it to make her school look bad. The student she accuses of attacking her has been dealing with threats and harassment. Caitlin Critchfield is the freshman from the conservative student group Turning Point who took the video. She says she and some others from her group went to a Left Alliance student group meeting. That's where the debate she claims she'd wanted to have didn't happen. Things ended the way you saw in the video clip, and the Student Conduct Board is investigating. Critchfield's concerned about what all of this means, not only for political debate in school, but for the country.
Tolerance and acceptance and inclusiveness. We can have a civil discussion without it resorting to violence or name calling or insults. And I think that that's where we were trying to head, and that's where I think the country needs to be heading at this point.
So Renata, what we've heard is how the woman filming the incident sees it, but what about the other person caught on camera?
Well, he sees it a lot differently. He calls Critchfield and the others coming to the Left Alliance meeting a targeted attack. He claims they've never had a working relationship with Critchfield's group. His group has taken part in a lot of pre-planned debates on campus before, but he claims Critchfield came to intimidate the regularly scheduled meeting. He didn't want to be recorded because he says he's been getting a lot of threats. I asked him how he thinks this whole situation has affected the campus and the political divide in our country right now. He said WVU's campus is extremely tense right now. TPUSA's actions did not help loosen those tensions, but only further inflamed the distrust between student groups on campus. He says the Left Alliance group will still schedule campus events. Not all students think this way either. Some told me they don't feel a political divide on campus at all. The webpage for the Left Alliance has been taken off the school's site, supposedly because of the threats. But I was able to talk to a political science professor who's listed as the advisor for the Turning Point group. But he says he hasn't been in contact with them at all this year.
It's part of one of our goals in college is to teach people to think. And you should be challenged by ideas that confront you. You should be able to find people who agree with you. You should confront people who disagree with you, and there should be good dialogue back and forth.
WVU released a statement saying they want students' ideas to be expressed respectfully. You can see the full video of the encounter on WDTV.com. We've beeped out the harsh language in it. For 5 News, I'm Renata DiGregorio.
Well, this morning, the WVU Board of Governors voted to close Arnold Hall and make part of University Place into a dorm.
Officials see it as an opportunity to fill empty rooms at University Place and address maintenance costs at Arnold Hall. School officials say University Place is less than half full this year, And another issue, Arnold Hall's building is over 50 years old. Maintenance has reached over $20 million. The new public-private partnership between the school and the University Place developers aims to address both issues. The new dorm at University Place will be called Seneca Hall.
Well, as we go through the overnight hours and into tomorrow, there'll be some snow showers off and on here across the area, and even some minor gradual accumulations as we progress through that period. Winter weather advisory remains in effect for Preston, Tucker, and Garrett counties, also extreme eastern Mon and the ridges of Grant and Pendleton counties. This means that snow will primarily cause some travel difficulties there due to, well, the snow. Not seeing a lot of snow falling at the moment outside of Dan's car world, but you can see for yourself that the ground has whitened, so the tops of some of the Jeeps there in the parking lot. And the snow showers that do come and go across the lower terrain could whiten the ground, and each successive one could bring some more minor accumulations. That's exactly what we're seeing now, spotty snow showers across the area, and those will continue into the overnight hours with, once again, some minor, gradual, spotty accumulations, and a little bit more persistent in the mountains. We're going to have some gusty winds in the higher terrain with wind chills in the single digits. The rest of us will have wind chills in the teens, and snow showers should begin to dry up as we progress past midnight. Coming up in just a few minutes, there are no warm temperatures, but there is some more snow. We'll talk about wind and possible accumulations a little bit later.
A stretch of Route 250 in Marion County just reopened 2 hours ago, and people are hoping this time it stays that way. Trees and debris fell from a hillside onto a car last night. That shut down part of the road. Fortunately, no one was hurt, but you'll remember this is the same part of the road that was closed for weeks after a couple rock slides this month. Crews were on scene today to remove any more debris that might come down. Mike Valente was there for all that. He spoke to some of the people affected by this road closure. So Mike, with another incident this month, how do they feel about driving on that road now?
Well, certainly hesitant. This is a stretch of the road that connects Whitehall to Fairmont. Many people rely on it, and they're worried something like this could happen again.
Obviously, it's very hazardous, can cause accidents, injure people. It's always been an area of unstableness.
Just that muddy slide, I think it would be a problem in the future as well. So they need to do something pretty drastic to keep that from happening in the future.
Now, the DOH can't promise that debris won't slide off in the future due to weather coupled with the fact that there's just a lot of mountains in the state. People in the area, though, want to see a permanent solution, like a retaining wall. So we asked the DOH about that.
It's not as simple as just putting up a wall. We have to make sure that we would be able to acquire the property. There'd have to be a study done to see, if it would be a piling wall, if it would be soil nails. There are so many different types of fixes that could be done.
So it appears as of now the hillside is going to be left as is, but the DOH is exploring options. That part of the conversation with Carrie Jones is on our website, WDTV.com. 4-5 News, I'm Mike Valente.
Both lanes of I-79 are open again after a tractor-trailer rolled over, spilling lumber all over the road and sending one person to the hospital. This happened early this morning near mile marker 108. It took hours before the DOH could even open one lane. We're still working to find out how the person who was hurt is doing. And there's still no word on what caused the fire in Elkins that damaged over 20 storage units Wednesday night. Workers from the State Fire Marshal's office investigated today. The fire started just before midnight at Aero Self Storage off the Beverly 5 lane. The manager there tells us 22 storage units were damaged by that fire, several others damaged by smoke or water while firefighters were trying to put out the flames. Despite numerous calls today, we still don't know what caused a fire at the former Miracle Meadows School last night. When we talked with someone at the Salem Fire Department this afternoon, whoever answered said they were not able to release any information. Flames destroyed the old girls' dormitory there. Crews were shuttling water to the scene for hours overnight. No one was hurt.
5 generations under one roof and 100 reasons to celebrate. We'll take you to celebrate with a local woman and find out how she's kept going after all these years later on First at 5.